you all had all last year, you could have missed that if you just learned not to respond to everything. If you were taking notes, if you were a note taker, you probably want to write that on your notes, write that in your heart and in your mind. I don't have to respond to everything. Jesus didn't respond to them. I didn't make it up. Y'all walk with me. Some of y'all got your Bibles open. For those of you that still have your Bibles open, y'all walk with me in Mark chapter number 4, verse 35 through 39, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't even respond to them. Can you imagine that? He's in the lower part of the ship. He get up. He had to walk to the top part. That means he bypassed all of them. Got to the top, and he says 3 words. Peace be still. He had to tell them, further, he goes on further to tell them, the problem that I have with you all is that you all are riding the boat with me for the benefits and not for the relationship. And I want to tell you all this year that we are going to transition from just looking from the benefits of God and get an actual relationship with Him. Minister Eric quoted a scripture today, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse number 14. I want to suggest to you that in that scripture, the Lord, Jehovah, was not promoting His benefit package. He was promoting relationship. He said, if my people, that's relationship, who are called by my name, that's relationship, will humble themselves and pray, that's relationship. Seek my face, that's relationship. Because that's called intimacy. What does he say in that moment? He said, I don't want you to seek my hand, because if you seek my hand, you just want what's in my hand, and you know what's in my hand is healing, is blessing. But if you seek my face, you got to move past the benefit portion and get relationship. Yeah. He goes on and he says, I'm going back to Mark now because I don't want to lose you all. He goes on after he rebukes the storm and he says to them, how long do I have to be with you? And I want to ask this question, how long do you got to come to church before you get an actual relationship with the Lord? How long do you have to be in the prayer line before you get a relationship and a prayer life with the Lord yourself, where you're able to pray some stuff off your own self and then go and pray for somebody else? Goes on, y'all follow me, Mark chapter number 5, because now he goes back over to the other side, and now he's on his way to Jairus' house. I'm bypassing the man in the cemetery. I want y'all to think I forgot that. He's on his way to Jairus' house. I don't have time to deal with the cemetery because some of us been in a dead place a long time and we don't want to come out. I really don't have time to deal with the cemetery because some of us been dealing with some psychotic situations and individuals, but we're comfortable with that, so we don't want. I don't have time to deal with the cemetery. Because if I deal with the cemetery, I got to deal with how this man was doing harm to himself. He knew he was doing harm to himself, but he was having fun. I don't have time to really deal with that because some of us do harm to ourselves, stand in friendships and relationships, and then we still telling God to free us, but we don't want to free ourselves. I don't have time to really deal with the cemetery. So I'm going to bypass that. He gets his way. He's on his way to Jairus' house. Now Jairus, who wanted the benefit, was stopped because of somebody who wanted a relationship. I can make it up. Let me help y'all out. The text says that she found out that Jesus was coming into town, and she said that if I can just touch but the border or the hem of his clothes, I know I'll be made whole. She didn't say I need him to touch me. She didn't say I need him to speak to me. She said that if I can get close enough to touch him, and I want to help somebody out on this Sunday morning, you better learn to get close enough to God to reach out and touch him for yourself. You too busy. You want a mediocre relationship with her. You want a Sunday morning relationship with her. No, you got to get past Sunday morning love with him and fall in love with him for real. Text says that he made it to Jairus' house. He did what he had to do. And then we find ourselves in chapter number 6. Because by this time now they heard of the miracle, signs and wonders. And I want to tell you that the purpose of you changing your seats is because there are certain positions that we have been in for so long that no longer require us to have a relationship because we have routine. I'm going to break it down because I want to help y'all out. I told y'all I'm probably not going to move today. Some of us have routine, not relationship. Let me see if I can help y'all out. Some of y'all in here, especially you women, with all this long hair, at night, when I was a kid, let me share this little story. When I was a kid, we stayed on Untitled, and we were on the second floor. Minister Eric, Deborah, they were on the first floor. And the nights that I was down there, I would watch Deborah. Y'all know what y'all going to be doing, be wrapping that hair. And this was a routine. It was like clockwork. It was like she already knew the time of day to go in the bathroom. And some of y'all looking at how y'all hair just falling down. There's two of them on the side right here. Just fried lag, laid down. It's a routine habit at night before they go to bed. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Make the little woo around the head every night. Now, that was when I'm there on St. Louis. Mother Joe had what was called curls. And she'd be in the bathroom, she would start in the bathroom, but normally she would end in her rocking chair. Now she could be hollering at us, getting ready to whoop us, but still, she had a routine down pat. And can I tell you that many of us, we have a routine when it comes to God, no relationship. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. Some of us got our alarm set for Sunday morning. I know I got to get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock because I need to do this, I need to do that. Sunday dude going to start about 9:15. I want to be to the church no later than about 10, 20, 10:30 because Minister Aaron going to get up and he going to start singing around that time. We got a routine down pat. There is no room for relationship in routine. Let me tell you the danger of routines. Most people who rob your house, they have studied your routine. Most people who carjack you, they have studied your routine. The enemy sees your routine and he knows how to attack you because he knows as long as you have a routine and no relationship, you ain't going to do nothing different. And if you don't do nothing different, you ain't going to get nothing different. Jesus had to show them that their routine was going to interrupt their relationship and ultimately cause a disconnect or death. He says to them, because the disciples said, look, Jesus, it's a panic situation going on because these people are hungry now. Says they need some food. Jesus said, okay. He kept doing what he was doing. And let me tell you, saints of God, that there is times in our lives where it seems like we need Jesus right away. We in a 911 situation, and Jesus takes his time. I didn't make it up. When you get the chance, go back and read the story of Lazarus. When they sent a message to him, they said, he at the point of death, you need to come down. Jesus still waited. They said it was a day or two journey for him to get back. He waited 2 days before he decided to start heading back. By the time he got there, the man had been dead 4 days. They said, look, ain't no point in you being here. It's over with. Jesus said, no, it's just getting started. I just got on the scene. And I want to suggest to you, saints of God, that you understand that when Jesus gets tired of your routine, he has a way of drawing you into relationship. So the text says that now they had no other choice but to depend on him. I had to make it up. The disciples say, look, Jesus, we ain't got enough money to make this happen. We don't have enough resources to make it happen. You might as well disperse the church, break the church up, tell them, okay, we went as far as we got, Not only do I need to break up your routine and turn it into a relationship, I need to change your mindset into understanding that your timing is not my timing. And can I help some of you all out? Your time and your deadline is just God's starting point. Your deadline is just God's starting point. Your too late is God's on time. I didn't make it up to him. I would just say, you can't hurry God. You just have to wait. Trust and give him time. No matter how long it takes. He's a God you can't hurry. He'll be there. Don't you worry. He may not come when you want him, but he's always in time. I know y'all say he's on time, but he's always in time because time is in his hand. The text says that while this is going on, he says to them, for you all to sit them down. And can I tell you, saints of God, that in this season that we are in, and God has given us a new season to start over, God is going to have to change your seat. Some of us that sit at the table with the wrong people wonder why we're not getting the results we want. How in the world can you be a visionary but you sit at the table with doubters? Let me see if I can help y'all out real quick. Y'all come real close. Jesus had 12 disciples. In them 12, he had a doubter, a betrayer, and one that denied him. Can I tell y'all that he left the doubter in the crowd? Why? Because he knew that in order for him to fulfill what he needed, he didn't need no doubters around him. If y'all go back in chapter number 5, he did the same thing at Jairus' house. He said, I need you to get all the doubters out of the room. Can I tell you that you got to change your seat from sitting at the table with doubters and go and sit at the table with other people who have dreams and visions? That look, if I'm sick, I don't want to sit at the table with a person that don't think God will ever heal. If I'm going through a storm, I don't want to sit at the table with nobody that don't think God is going to ever deliver. If I'm broke, I don't want to sit next to nobody that don't want nothing. Listen, broke people don't need to be hanging out with broke people. You need to hang out with somebody that got some money so they can teach you how to get some. If your marriage is struggling, you don't need to get with no single person. You better go find somebody that got at least 30, 40 years in this thing to tell you how to sustain and hold on. That's right. I know this is probably not the message y'all wanted to hear today. This is the message y'all need to hear because this is a new year. Because some of you all have been doing the same thing for too long and it ain't working for you no more. And so he tells them, he says, listen, I need for you to do it. Y'all need to close your Bibles in verse number 39. He commanded them, sit them down in companies. Y'all walking with me, right? Sit them amongst people like themselves. Can I tell you, saints of God, if you want to see something different, change your seat. Yeah. Change your seat. Some of you all wondering why you're struggling financially. Have you tithed? Have you sown? Think about that. You want to see God do something in your family. Have you sacrificed? Have you fast? Have you prayed? I'm going further. When they changed their seats, the next thing they had to do was give up something. I know y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. They didn't make no New Year's resolutions. Y'all know y'all be lying. New year, new me, stop lying. You drunk last year when you came in, you were drunk this year when you stop lying. You was high as a Mississippi kite last year when they come in, you high going to stop lying. You was somewhere shaking your tail when they came in last year. This year, the only reason you weren't shaking your tail because you're sick. Pastor, you shouldn't say stuff like that. Well, I couldn't tell the truth. You was rushing to get away from church a few years ago because we had watch night service and nobody pretty much had. You was rushing to get from church when they got done praying to get to the party. You probably did the same thing last night. The liquor store made a march off your pockets last year. Bringing in last year, guess what? You probably broke the bank this year too. Stop lying. Resolutions, they never lie. But what he does, he made them sacrifice. Y'all walking with me? He says, look out amongst them and find out what you got. They say, Jesus, something wrong with you. If you think you're going to find something in this crowd to feed all these people. When you sacrifice and put it in the right person's hand. The text says that they came to Jesus and said, look, Jesus, all we found was 2 fish and 5 barley loaves of bread. Jesus said, that's all I need. Can I help some of you all out? Some of you all fast. Some of you all paid your tithes or going to pay your tithes. I want to teach you about sowing. This is the first of the year. I want to teach you about sowing your first fruit real quick. First fruit is a sacrifice. Has nothing to do with your tithe or your offering. It's you going a little further and sowing into what you want. I am not one of them preachers that's going to tell you to sow 2023, no $20.23. I'm not going to tell you to sow no 2023. No, because I don't know your financial situation. What I will tell you is sacrifice. The text says that this little boy gave Jesus what he had. Y'all walking with me? He sacrificed, gave it to Jesus, and Jesus did one thing. He blessed it. Once they changed their seats and changed their mentality from routine to relationship, here's what Jesus did. He gave them more than they ever expected. Let me help y'all out because I know some of y'all are not getting this. The text says that he fed 5,000 men, not including the women and children. Now, if we were trying to do the math, which I'm really not getting ready to do, in a normal household during that time, they had the minimum of 2 children. So if there were 5,000 men, we can't say because they could have more than one wife, but we'll just say one wife, there were 5,000 women. So that's 10,000. Now y'all go do the rest of the math with them 2 children. Could be closer to about 10,000 children. So we'll say, 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread. He fed 20,000 folks. Y'all ready for this? The scripture says that after they ate and was full, the disciples had a basket apiece to themselves. Some of y'all missing this. You don't have to chase a bag for you young folks. You don't have to chase a bag. When you sacrifice and put it in the right hand, God will bless you to bless your family, to bless your community, and then give you a bag all by yourself. Change your seats this year. I'm done. I told y'all a few minutes, I'm done. Change your seats this year. I'm not talking about your physical seat because some of y'all done already copped them too. We've been in the church 2 years. And y'all done already copped it. This is my seat. ain't got no seed. Stop lying. Ain't paid for nothing. Change your seeds. Pastor, why are you telling us this on the first Sunday, the first day of the year? Because I want to see God do something different for you this year. We can hoop, we can holler, we can dance. But then what's the point of doing that and then going home the same way? God does not desire for us to live a life being comfortable. He desires for us to live a life of always growing. There is nothing comfortable about growing. You don't have to believe me. Those of you all that know anything about growing pains in the body, it hurts when you're stretching. Some of us didn't have that tall to go, so we probably don't remember, but growing pains hurt. There is nothing comfortable about growing. And I want to tell you all this year that if you want God to do something for you, if you're expecting for God to do something for you, you got to change where you're sitting at. Stop sitting with people that don't want nothing. Stop sitting with people that got to talk about other people to feel good about themselves. Stop sitting with people that's plotting against somebody who ain't done nothing to them. Stop sitting with gossipers and then get your feelings hurt when they talk about you. Mama told us as a child, if a dog bring a bone, it's going to carry one too. Stop sitting with people who want to make you comfortable in your mess so that you can't talk about them in their mess. Stop sitting with people who tell you it's okay for you to miss out on paying your tithes 1 month. And then you got to come to the church the next month because you hurt. Stop sitting with people who tell you, oh, that's just God testing you. The Bible says God tests no man. No, that's you inviting the enemy in to have his way with your family and your bloodline because you won't get right. Yeah. You want to hear something? You want to see something? You want to experience something? Change your seat.